Good evening, everyone. My name is Jeanette Martin, one of the co-founders and creator of the Gratitude and Appreciation Summit. And tonight is Thankful Thursday Reflections.
Yeah, I'm so glad to be here tonight again. And welcome everyone for joining in. I'm Kathy Fester, and I'm the other co-founder of this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, Gratitude and Appreciation Summit. And tonight we have one of our community partners on to share a little bit. So, Jeanette, would you mind sharing and introducing our special guest this evening?
Absolutely. Our community partners mean so much to us. As you all know, we've been discussing, we're not in this for making money. We're in it for changing the world. And part of that is you have to give back to the people that are on the front lines in our communities making the change. The changes in helping people where they're at. And we are interviewing tonight, and I'm so excited because I've been volunteering with this organization since December 2015. So with that being said, who are you?
My name is Keri Vermeulen, and I work at NightShift Street Ministries. Technically, my title is Communications Manager. Because I love to communicate, I love to talk, I love to hang out and socialize and be with people. I think, though, a lot of what I do is about building relationships in the community. So that's with donors, because we're entirely funded by donation, no government funding. With community partners, other community partners. You guys might know some of them, but you know, at the moment we're in the beginning of a new relationship with Langley Food Bank. We have a great relationship with Pastor Leith White at Langley Vineyard, which is the that's ground zero of outreach in Langley. We have great relationships with Lookout Society. And yeah, so I like to kind of nurture those relationships and do a little bit of fund development on the side. And so, yeah, that's what I do.
So because I've been involved with the organization and I know the story, can you tell us how Mac started NightShift Ministries?
Okay, yeah, that is a great story. So NightShift Street Ministries is an outreach organization. We're based in the heart of downtown Surrey in Whalley, and we reach out 365 nights a year with a hot meal. And we always say night shift is more than soup. So what we're really serving is love, hope, and purpose along with that meal.
Oh my.
And, yeah, and connection, human connection, positive thoughts, encouragement, prayer, access to recovery, access to basic health care, basic clothing we hand out. So it's really awesome, and it's super cool to be able to say, we do love 365 nights a year. Wow. And so we also do this in Langley 3 nights a week now. We're super excited to have added a 3rd night to our outreach in Langley. And so that is just awesome. Our organization, I'm getting to Mac's story, by the way. We really, we cannot do this without just such a strong community of support. Our staff is really small. We've got like 7-8 people on staff. But what we have is a fleet, a fantastic army of volunteers, like Jeanette, who come and cook meals and serve them and provide connection, friendship, encouraging words. So it's really awesome. Tons of churches, tons of corporate support, tons of individuals with big hearts and a commitment to serve vulnerable people. The people that we're serving are struggling with homelessness, poverty, addictions, and mental illness. So it sounds all like pretty big, and it is, but it started really small, and it started almost 17 years ago. So in January 4th, it will be 17 years. And what happened is our president and founder, Marianne Connor, who we all lovingly call Mac, she at the time, back in 2004, was a successful real estate marketer. She had her own company, her own firm in Kitsilano. She was living the dream. She was about to get on a plane to Las Vegas and speak to other real estate marketers at an international convention. And it turned out that winter there was a big, big snowstorm that hit the Lower Mainland, like lots and lots of snow and wind and freezing temperatures. And this kept her up at night. And she just wrestled nightly with this idea of, where are they going to sleep tonight? Who is going to look after them? And by them, she was talking about people that we might typically see on the street, huddled in doorways and without homes. So she had this great idea that she would approach a pastor in Wally who had a little street church at the time. It was called Gentle Shepherd Church, and it was pastored by Steen Larson. So she drove her little car out in the middle of this snowstorm one afternoon and banged her little fist. She's a tiny blonde person.
She's little. She's little. You can almost put a smack in your pocket.
And she said, okay, so I think you need to open the church, provide shelter for people, and let's look after them. Let's get them through this storm. And, you know, Mac is a woman of great faith. So she had been feeling the nudge from God to do this. But in her mind, what she thought was going to happen was the pastor would say, yes, I will do that. Thank you. Thank you, my child. And I will do this. But what he did was he took the keys to the church and he put them in her hand and said, sure, under one condition, you are in charge. Wow. And at that moment, she completely freaked out. Did a big gulp, because that wasn't anything she'd ever done before. She had the heart, she had the compassion, she wanted somebody to help, but she thought it was going to be somebody else. So now suddenly the keys are in her hand. So she had a little group of friends that came together, and they helped her lay the foundation for NightShift. And that very night, the church doors were open, and in came people who were wet, cold, tired, smelly, not altogether super friendly, but they were coming in, and they were coming in for warmth. And Mac thought, well, I don't even know what to do here. I've never, we've seen people on the street, but she had never interacted with one. She was afraid. But as she took the steps of faith, and as she took the steps into helping other people, those walls were brought down almost immediately. She's got friends that she made on that first night that she is still friends with in Wally today. So it's really awesome. From one peanut butter sandwich, here we are 17 years later with a volunteer base of thousands over the years. And it's just awesome.
Wow, that is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. And it's all true.
Yeah. I think you really hit the nail on the head, where it's all about human connection.
Yeah.
And we really need that on a daily basis, all walks of life. And as we read the news in Vancouver, where the homeless is growing. It's not getting smaller. It's growing across the country. That is just so beautiful to have that kind of open heart and opening doors and having that faith. I think that's so beautiful. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah, I wish I could take credit for the story, but it's it really tells itself. And
it's all about the storytelling, Keri.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just to add to that, I wanted to just share a really important part of Mac's story, which was she left a 6-figure income, packed up her business, walked away, and on a wing and a prayer, entered into this new life, this ministry. And she, I know there's people out there, I've talked to them, who remember her from those days, and they're business people, and they thought, she'll be back. She's just got to get this out of her system. But it was a whole new life for her. And she will say, I lost my head, but I found my heart.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Found her calling in a true way.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yes.
that's really neat.
And every Wednesday, my team is the third Wednesday of every month. I look forward to it. Going and making pots of soups and lots of sandwiches and seeing that connection. And I've made friends. And when I go and being able to say, where's Alberta Jim and what's Wes up to, and it's meeting people where they're at and hearing their stories and just caring and praying the power of the prayer, which is so important. Empower the presence. Before you can even pray with them, you got to be present with them.
Yeah.
And it's just so powerful. So thank you so much, Keri. We look forward to you being part, our community partner at the Gratitude and Appreciation Summit. And the more that people buy those tickets at the early bird, $69, $14 of that is going back to our.
So just to clarify for everybody that's watching tonight, we've got 10 different community partners, and this is just one of those 10 that you will get to pick where 20% of your ticket price is going to go right back into the charity of your choice. And we're thrilled to have featured this particular charity tonight. You're our first one we featured.
Wow. Well, hey, since we're sharing gratitude and thankfulness, I just want to thank you two for what you're doing. Because if you think of what Mac did, 17 years ago, that was a lot. But she didn't do it alone. She brought people together, and you two are bringing people together. And when we're in this and supporting each other, and I know, Jeanette, you're a huge fan of, you're a huge promoter of sharing that gratitude and thanking people. So thank you both. And well, thank you, Jeanette, for serving. And I just want to say, Jeanette, you've done some amazing things, like your connections with JD Farms Turkey. They are an incredible family-based organization. They provide some food for the outreach that Jeanette does on her Wednesday night. They have provided turkeys for our holiday dinners. And that came through connection with you, Jeanette. And then you connect us with JD Farms. And, it just goes on and on and on. And the cool thing is, we can all pat ourselves on the back for being connected, but together we're helping to change lives. Good food is going in hungry bellies, and we're feeding hungry hearts too. So thank you, ladies.
Thank you so much, Keri.
Gosh, thank you so much, Keri. And through that and through tears on my face here, thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you this evening. And Kathy, I think this is the perfect time to leave with one of these.
Absolutely, but before we do that, hang on.
Okay, you go.
Check out our website, everybody.
Yes.
Gas Summit with one S, gassummit.ca. That's where you'll find all the information about our community partners and our guest speakers, and of course our registration for our event on October. Mark your calendar. It's going to be a great day and a great event. And in our heartfelt ways, this is what we do every night. We put our hands together, make a heart, and we give love to everybody in the world. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week on Thursday night, 7:15.
Bye-bye.
Bye.